Hello students, 8th standard students. We are going to learn English. We have started. First poem is over. Then second story, that is unit 1.2. Androcles and the Lion, it is also over. We have seen the story and the moral of the story. Then we have to solve the today activities given in the English workshop. Open your books, students, open your textbooks. This is your textbooks, My English Book 8 and page number 11, Language Study. First we will see language study and afterwards you try to solve the activities in English workshop. I will give you some examples. So language study first. In language study, you open your notebooks also, pens must be ready, write down whatever will be seen on the blackboard or whatever I will ask you to do. Then open your textbooks also, page number 11, language study. What is given there? Auxiliary verbs. Verb म्हणजे काय? Verb means action word. Action words are called verbs. म्हणजे क्रियापद in मराठी. ज्याला आपण प्ले, डू, राईट, ईट, जम्प, गो, कम, all these words are verbs, right? So verbs, that is त्याला आपण क्रियापद म्हणतो, त्याचे प्रकार आहेत. One is auxiliary verb and another is main verb. Today we have to learn auxiliary verbs. Now, of course, what is main verb I will tell you. It is given on page number 11 also. Just open page number 11 and books, textbooks, notebooks, pens, everything must be ready. What is given? Auxiliary verb. Auxiliary means helping verb. यालाच आपण काय म्हणतो? सहाय्यकारी क्रियापदे. काय म्हणतो ह्यालाच आपण मराठीमध्ये? सहाय्यकारी क्रियापदे. सहाय्यकारी क्रियापदे. लिहा सगळ्यांनी वहीमध्ये सहाय्यकारी क्रियापदे. बघा तिथे दिलेलं आहे की verbs that help to form tenses, moods and voices are called auxiliary verbs. Be, can, may, will, am, is, are, can, could, should, all these are auxiliary verbs. But in auxiliary verb there is also the division that we have to learn today. Auxiliary verbs म्हणजे काय हे आपण आता जनरल पाहिलं सगळं, पण त्याचे दोन प्रकार पडतात. What are those two types? That is primary auxiliaries and modal auxiliaries. Primary auxiliaries, here it is given be, forms of be. Be is the verb, forms of be, am, is, are, was, were, will be, shall be. Then do, does, did, according to the tense of the sentence. Tense म्हणजे काळ. काळानुसार ही to be ची क्रियापद, त्यानंतर do ची क्रियापद, म्हणजे do चे फॉर्म्स आणि have चे फॉर्म्स, हे सगळे कशामध्ये मोडतात? प्रायमरी ऑक्झिलियरीज. डू ची फॉर्म्स कोणते कोणते आहेत? डू, डज अँड डिड. हॅव, फॉर्म्स ऑफ हॅव, हॅज, हॅड. Whatever I have written here, it is given in your textbook. See, language study. Forms of be, am, is, are, was, were, will, shall be. Will be, shall be. Forms of do, does, did. Forms of have, has, had. Okay? Now, suppose for example, the example I read from the textbook, you also see in the textbook. She is a student of class 8. Which word is underlined here? Is. Then second sentence. He does his work well. Which verb is underlined? Does. I have a cold. Which word is underlined? Have. Now is, does, have, these types of verbs that they come in primary auxiliaries. These are the forms of be or do or have. Suppose be is we have seen the underlined word is. Where it comes in the form of be, isn't it? Then in the second sentence just now we have read, आपण आत्ताच वाचली ही तिन्ही वाक्य पहा. फॉर एक्झाम्पल म्हटलेलं आहे पुस्तकामध्ये, ही डज हिज वर्क वेल. डज इज द फॉर्म ऑफ डू दिस वर्क अँड दीज आर द फॉर्म्स ऑफ डू विच कम इन प्रायमरी ऑक्झिलियरीज. त्याला आपण प्रायमरी ऑक्झिलियरीज म्हणायचं. नंतर थर्ड सेंटेन्स, आय हॅव अ कोल्ड. have the verb have is underlined, so have will come in have forms, that is have, has, had, according to the tense and person of the sentence, person in the sentence. Have, has, had. Okay, singular number, plural number, etc. Now all these are the primary auxiliaries. Have you understood? Now let us go ahead. And what is this? These sentences just now we have read and we have seen the underlined word, that is, does, have. What have you understood from these sentences? There are other auxiliary verbs which do not stand alone in a sentence. Means here whatever sentences we have seen, here these verbs stand alone. Means these verbs are there only in the sentence. There is not another word also. Verb also. She is a student of class 8. Which is the verb here? How many verbs are there? Alone. Only one verb is there, that is. Is has come here. Then he does his work well. Which word is underlined? We have seen just now. Does. So any other verb is there in the sentence? No. So this word does stands alone. Then in the third sentence, I have a cold. Which verb is underlined? Have. Is there any other verb in the sentence? No. So all these is, does, have, or whatever forms we have seen here, all these primary auxiliaries come in the sentence. When come in the sentence alone, or they can come in the sentence alone. This is the special feature of primary auxiliaries. There is no need of other helping verb or other main verb, because meaning is clear. She is a student of class 8. याच्यामध्ये एकच क्रियापद आलेलं आहे जे की प्रायमरी ऑक्झिलियरी आपण म्हटलं, स्टँड्स अलोन. देयर इज नो अदर वर्ब. या वाक्याला अर्थ आहे की नाही? मग आहे. ह्या प्रायमरी ऑक्झिलियरीचं हेच वैशिष्ट्य आहे की ते वाक्यामध्ये जर आले तर एकटे जरी आले तरी त्या वाक्याला अर्थ प्राप्त होतो. म्हणजे बघा, शी इज अ स्टुडंट ऑफ क्लास 8. काय अर्थ आहे याचा? की ती 8व्या इयत्तेतील विद्यार्थिनी आहे. नंतर ही डज हिज वर्क वेल. तो त्याचे काम चांगले करतो. डज करतो. ही डज हिज वर्क वेल. दुसरं कुठलंही क्रियापद नाहीये, फक्त डज. वरच्या वाक्यामध्ये शी इज अ स्टुडंट ऑफ क्लास 8 इज अलोन. दॅट वर्ब कॅन स्टँड अलोन. देन आय हॅव अ कोल्ड. आय हॅव अ कोल्ड म्हणजे मला थंडी ताप आलेला आहे असं आपण म्हणतो ना. तर हॅव हे क्रियापद एकटं आलं तरी वाक्याला अर्थ प्राप्त झाला. Meaningful sentences can become with the help of primary auxiliaries. For primary auxiliaries, there is, suppose we can say that for modal auxiliaries, there is another verb that is expected, but here in primary auxiliaries, they can stand alone. They can stand alone in the sentence. They are always alone. This is not the meaning. तेच वाक्यामध्ये एकटेच असतील असं नाहीये, पण ते एकटे असले वाक्यामध्ये तरी अर्थ प्राप्त होतो. नाउ लेट अस सी द मॉडल ऑक्झिलियरीज. There are other auxiliary verbs which do not stand alone in a sentence. They accompany main verb. हे इकडे पाहायचं आहे आपल्याला मॉडल ऑक्झिलियरीज मध्ये. व्हॉट इज मॉडल ऑक्झिलियरीज? दे टेल अस some kinds of tense or moods or voices, but here it is not the tense. Here the moods are important. That is why modal auxiliary. Here it's all right. In primary auxiliaries, tense can be understood from the verb, isn't it? Suppose am, is, are, present tense, was, were, past tense, will be, shall be, future tense. म्हणजे वर्तमान काळातील टू बीची क्रियापद, भूतकाळातील आणि भविष्य काळातील. म्हणजे हा विचार किंवा सिंग्युलर नंबर, प्लुरल नंबर, एक वचन, अनेक वचन, हा सगळा विचार आपण ह्या क्रियापदांसाठी करतो. प्रायमरी ऑक्झिलियरीज म्हणजे आहेत ही सहाय्यकारीच क्रियापद, परंतु ते एकटे सुद्धा येऊ शकतात वाक्यामध्ये आणि त्यांनी अर्थ प्राप्त होतो, त्यांनी काळ कळतो. हे झालं प्रायमरी ऑक्झिलियरीज. बट इन मॉडल ऑक्झिलियरीज नो नीड ऑफ टेन्स. टेन्स समजण्याची गरज नाहीये, आपल्याला मूड समजायला हवा आहे. तर मूड म्हणजे कसा की विनंती करायची आहे का किंवा शक्यता दर्शवायची आहे का. बघा वाक्य दिलेली आहेत आणि तुमच्या पुस्तकामध्ये सुद्धा बघा, आपण तीच आधी बघूयात. ही कॅन वर्क हार्ड. फॉर एक्झाम्पल 3 sentences are given. Just like here also we have read the 3 sentences like that. These modal auxiliaries also 3 sentences are given. He can work hard. Have you seen on page number 11? Just see, concentrate yourself. He can work hard. Which verb is underlined here? Can. Then he will work hard. Which verb is underlined? Will. He must work hard. Yes, must is underlined. Now can, will, must. These verbs are underlined and they are called as modal auxiliaries. Why? Why they are called as modal auxiliaries? Only they are underlined, that's why? No. Just see, he can work hard. Work is also the verb. And that verb is called as the main verb. So we can say accompany the main verb. Accompany main verb. Plus sign we will write here. Modal auxiliaries want or require main verb also. They cannot stand alone in a sentence like these primary auxiliaries. Okay? Accompany म्हणजे च्या बरोबर येणे. Modal auxiliaries वाक्यात जेव्हा येतात त्याच्यानंतर काय येतं, तर मी वाटल्यास इकडे लिहिते हे मेन वर्ब्स. बघा म्हणजे तुमचा गोंधळ होणार नाही. मॉडल प्लस मेन वर्ब. मेन वर्ब. ओके. अकंपनी म्हणजे हे आलं आणि त्याच्याबरोबर मॉडल ऑक्झिलियरी आलं आणि त्याच्याबरोबर काय आलं, मेन वर्ब आलं. मग आता आपण जस्ट नाउ वी हॅव सीन द सेंटेन्स ही कॅन वर्क हार्ड. कॅन इज द मॉडल ऑक्झिलियरी, राईट? And which is the main verb which has come here? Work. In all the 3 sentences in your textbooks, for example, whatever sentences are given, the main verb is work. Only one sentence they have, one verb they have taken as a main verb in all these sentences. He can work hard. Can is the modal auxiliary. Work is the main verb. We are not concerned with main verbs now in this period. We are just concerned between the difference of modal auxiliaries and primary, or we have to understand the auxiliary verb. ते modal असू दे किंवा primary असू दे, पण auxiliary verb हे auxiliary verb म्हणजे सहाय्यकारी क्रियापद, ते सहाय्य कुणाला करणार? मेन वर्बला करणार. मग मेन वर्बला करण्यासाठी मॉडल ऑक्झिलियरीज मदत करतात. प्रायमरी ऑक्झिलियरीज कदाचित मेन वर्बला सहाय्य करतील किंवा नाही करणार, ते एकटे पण येऊ शकतात वाक्यामध्ये. जरुरी नाही की ते एकटे आले तर मग कसं वाक्याला अर्थ येत नाही, असं काही होत नाही. ते एकटे सुद्धा वाक्यामध्ये येऊ शकतात. मॉडल ऑक्झिलियरीज मात्र दे कॅन्ट स्टँड अलोन इन द सेंटेन्स. दे मस्ट accompany with them main verb. त्यांच्याबरोबर कशाची त्यांना साथ लागते? मेन वर्बची. किंबहुना आपण असं म्हणूया मेन वर्बला सहाय्य करण्याची मदत कोण करतं, सहाय्य करण्याचं काम कोण करतं, तर मोडल ऑक्झिलिअरीज. म्हणजे मेन व्हर्बला सहाय्य कोण करतं, मोडल ऑक्झिलिअरीज. किंवा मोडल ऑक्झिलिअरीजला वाक्यामध्ये उपयोग करण्यासाठी मेन वर्ब तिथे असणं गरजेचं आहे. दे कांट स्टँड अलोन. Without main verb, there cannot be a sentence where modal auxiliary is noted. Okay. Now, underline the auxiliary verbs in the following sentences. In your textbook, whatever page we are learning, 12 sentences are given here. I read each and every sentence, and you will, pen must be with you. You will underline the modal auxiliary or a primary auxiliary. You will underline the auxiliary verb in all those 12 sentences and try to think which is the auxiliary in the sentence. It may be modal, it may be primary, but you have to underline them. Okay. So first sentence, read. Let us read. We have a holiday tomorrow. Which verb will you underline? Yes, have. Then second sentence, underline these verbs. Underline the auxiliary verbs in the following sentences. This assignment is given to you. Then Reena, second sentence, Reena is injured badly. Na is. And injured is the main verb, but we are not concerned with that. Is, you will underline. Then, you must wear clean clothes. Must. You will underline the modal auxiliary verb must. Then, see, just in the first sentence, have is the auxiliary verb, but primary auxiliary. Then, in the second sentence, is, Reena is injured badly. Is again primary auxiliary. But in the third sentence, which auxiliary is used? Modal auxiliary, that is must. It is used here. You underline. Then she, fourth sentence, she should talk politely. Should, you will underline the verb modal auxiliary, that is should. Then in the fifth sentence, they did not help me. What word will you underline? Did. Right. Then a big, sixth sentence, next sentence, a big thorn had pierced the lion's toe. Which word will you underline? Had. The next sentence, seventh sentence, the lion was caged. Was, you will underline was. Then eighth sentence, Androcles did not like his master. Did. Then did, you will underline. Ninth, next sentence, they could not leave him. Could. He, next sentence, the he would no longer be a slave. Would. The next sentence, the slaves were forced to work. That is where. Then last 12th sentence, we should show kindness to animals. Should. So I hope you have understood the auxiliary verbs today. Have you understood? Write down all these sentences in your assignment notebook, and then you may check them from your teacher when your schools will be opened. Okay. Now, whatever remaining English workshop activities are there, you try at home of completing them, but some activity I will take here. Page number 10, question number 2a. Find from the story the antonyms of the following. Just now I take it. Yes, this is suppose first activity of language study we have seen. Then in the second activity we are going to learn today that page number 10, antonyms. Right? Find the antonyms of. Antonyms means what? Given here in the textbook also. In bracket it is given, that is opposite words. Opposite words means what? Opposite words म्हणजे काय? विरुद्धार्थी शब्द. Right? So 8 words are given. Just try to tell me or you may write down. First one, kind. Kind म्हणजे काय? दयाळू. And you will give the sign of opposite. That is cross mark. So kind विरुद्ध काय होईल? Opposite word. What is the opposite word of kind? Kind म्हणजे दयाळू. मग त्याच्या विरुद्ध काय होईल? Cruel. Right? Cruel म्हणजे दुष्ट. Then secondly, poor. Poor. त्याच्या विरुद्ध काय होईल सांगा? Yes, poor. Rich or wealthy. Rich or wealthy. Then slave. Slave we have seen when we have studied the story of Androcles. Slave. Androcles was the slave, right? Slave म्हणजे काय पाहिलं आपण? गुलाम. Slave मग गुलाम कोणाचा असतो? त्याच्या मालकाचा. म्हणजे मग आपण काय म्हणूया? मास्टर म्हणजे मालक. Slave versus or opposite master. Then त्याचा मालक या अर्थाने, मास्टर याचा अर्थ टीचर नाही घ्यायचा, मास्टर म्हणजे मालक. त्याच्यानंतर हाय. हाय व्हॉट विल कम हिअर? हाय. हाय म्हणजे उंच. त्याच्या विरुद्ध काय होईल? लो. देन पनिशमेंट, रिवॉर्ड. पनिशमेंट, रिवॉर्ड. पनिशमेंट म्हणजे काय? शिक्षा. मग त्याच्या विरुद्ध रिवॉर्ड म्हणजे काय? बक्षीस. So in this way you will complete the activities whatever you can. Antonyms activity you can do. Tender. Tender म्हणजे नाजूक. मग त्याच्या विरुद्ध काय शब्द होईल? टेंडरच्या विरुद्ध सांगा? हार्ड. Then happy, unhappy. You can do this activity also. First activity, page number 9. Match the phrases in column A with their meaning in column B. This activity you can do. So do it in your notebook. Then second activity, just now we have taken antonyms. Then you can do third activity also. Write the reactions that followed each of the actions given below. Okay, if you will find it difficult, don't do it. Only antonyms, then match the following. And qualities of Androcles, I will tell you. Qualities of Androcles. Which qualities we have learned from this story? The qualities of Androcles. How was the Androcles? He just nursed the wound of the lion who was, we know that there was thorn who was injured. A lion was injured and Androcles took out the thorn from his wound and nursed his wound for some days. He lived in the jungle, in the forest with the lion, isn't it? So what is this behavior of Androcles? How is this behavior? What are the qualities we can learn from this story? So qualities are kindness, cooperative. He was kind. How was the Androcles? Kind, cooperative, then sensitive, brave also, because working with the lion such a wild animal in the forest, king of the forest, living with this wild animal, it was not a joke. It requires daring and boldness, right? Bravery, शौर्याची गरज आहे अशा गोष्टीला, हिम्मत ती होती त्याच्यामध्ये Androcles मध्ये. And friendly relations. Actually we have learned from this story that even wild animals can become our friends. Man-animal relationship is only we have to learn from the story. We have understood the story. I hope you have understood the story. and Androcles had these qualities. Even the lion, means the animals also have some qualities, who can remember the good things or help given to the animals. The lion here in the story remembered the help or nursing done to him by Androcles, and that's why he did not attack when they were caught by the king's men, isn't it? So the lion never forget, or lion or wild animals never forget whatever good is done with them, or whatever help you have whatever help you have given them. They don't forget. They always remember whatever help you have given to them, and they will, of course, what will you say, kindly remember, behave with you the same thing in the next future also, isn't it? You might be remembering the story of the lion and the mouse, की एकदा एखाद्या जंगली प्राण्याला, रानटी प्राण्याला तुम्ही मदत केलेली असेल तर तो, तुम्ही छोटे का असेल ना त्याच्या पुढे, परंतु तो मोठा प्राणी जो की एरवी त्याने अटॅक केला असता तुमच्यावर असं तुम्हाला वाटतं, पण तसं नाही. त्याच्याशी जर तुम्ही फ्रेंडली बिहेवियर केलं तर तो हे लक्षात ठेवतो. ग्रॅटिट्यूड त्याच्यामध्ये असतो, म्हणजे कृतज्ञता, आणि तो कधीही विसरत नाही ही गोष्ट. अँड ही ऑलवेज रिमेंबर व्हॉट एव्हर हेल्प यू हॅव मेड देम, अँड they will try to help them in the future. Okay, have you understood the story also? You saw all the activities, and language study also you have understood today. Okay, so study at home, learn at home, and in the next period we will start the next topic. Okay, thank you.